Welcome to the Green Room, folks. Gather around. What is up, Tony, Kayla, Ryan? Everybody, welcome. Find your seats and pick your sheets. That doesn't make any sense. Get comfortable, people, because we're gonna get into it. I found a nice chunk of advertisements from around the year 1997, and I think from around the year, obviously a year, from around the area of Cleveland, Ohio. What is up, Allison Marie Armstrong? Welcome.
It's better. Thank you, Ryan. The headache is better.
What's up,
Hey, Julia?
Come on in. Set a spell. Got some great commercials coming up. I'm sure they're going to flag this episode for copyright, but that doesn't matter. They can't stop me from doing it.
Until they do.
Maybe one day, but not today. And not yet. Plus, I've got some, since we're watching 90s commercials, I've got some 90s trivia here so you can fight it out amongst yourselves for the winner of whoever gets to be hung behind me in a tree like a corpse. No, you get to, it looks like a little barbecue grill. It was actually part of a bird cage, I think.
Yes.
You get to be part of history, and by that I mean something that very few people will see, even less will care about. But you'll know you're there. It's like writing your name in a truck stop bathroom wall across the country somewhere. But Chuggington was related to BTK. He's a cousin, second cousin. It was BTB, but Chuggington booze. Yeah, we'll figure that one out, Kayla. No one remembers the 90s. It's like they didn't even exist. It's so weird. Because now, like, you know, I'm sure everybody's going to experience this, and you'll have to go like through this own personal hell yourself. But like hearing things that you heard as a kid, or like actively sought out as a kid because you knew they'd never see like regular airplay, like in public spaces, like grocery stores or malls or whatever, and then walking through those very same said places, hearing the things that you were like, no way, man, not in a million years would they play this, not for public consumption because it's for us kids. And there it is, like in a fucking, where were we? I was like, man, what a great, it was probably a Goodwill.
Probably.
Oh my God. It's like what my parents were probably doing, listening to like the Beatles and the, I was going to say the Beastie Boys, but not them, the Beach Boys, Gary Lewis and the News, Leslie Gore. Those are, you know, oldies to us, but to them, they're brand new.
Newsies.
The 90s are still fresh in my mind. You know, Chinese chicken's always right there. I go, whoa, it's brand new. It's hot. It's fresh. I love it. That's my distant relative, Ryan. That Van Gogh looking character. It's Sailor Dervis from back in the day. Gary Lewis and the Playboys and Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah, it was Huey Lewis in the News, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Huey Lewis and the News. Yeah. Gary Lewis and the Playboys are from the 60s, though, and Huey Lewis and the News from the 80s.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said Gary Lewis and the News.
That's what or did I say news? Oh, my bad.
That's why everybody's confused.
My bad. They did not. What a mashup, right?
Gary Lewis and the Playboy News.
Gary Lewis replaced Huey Lewis. What's shaking, Melissa?
Melissa.
We're just gearing up for some trivia and some commercials. Listening to some White Bat audio. I've had something a little more upbeat. He's been releasing nothing but like dark sci-fi synth mixes. I'm like, yeah, man, where's the stuff like from the retro upbeat stuff? Crime thrillers even. Anyway, what's going on here? It's about long enough. Why don't we go ahead, listen to some Gary Lewis and the news.
Dog. Cat. Mouse. Turtle.
I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life.
You're listening to FFOP Radio. reached the
Ooh, hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Dave. It's Wednesday. It's FFOP Radio. That means we've got a show going on. It's not true crime. It's the other stuff.
The
I've
other
got,
one.
You know, the commercials, the aforementioned commercials. Here is Kayla's name, still adorning the thing with the lights. Until further notice, you know, price of participation may vary. However, let me get everything out of the, where my mouse, I had too many mice over here. And now this, oh my God, this computer freeze. No, bro.
Bro.
Or is my mouse dead? It could be anything, people. It's been one of those nights. Anyway, until I rip it down, which I definitely will. Yeah, this thing's frozen. Hold on, I gotta reboot something.
So what's going on, guys?
There we go. Okay. So while that reboots and I get everything back to
A gaggle of mice.
your mouse got a copyright claim.
Your mouse got a
Yeah, it seems like everything, like the what was it when we did the trailers? That one got hit like 40 times. Like all of those trailers, everybody who owns them was like, "Hey, you can't do that." And since the channel's not monetized, it wasn't like a super huge deal. But still, I was like, "What?" Anyway.
Not sure how I ever noticed it before, but is Garfield okay behind you? Yeah, he's like totally
He's fine.
not
You
okay.
don't worry about him. Don't you worry about that old Garfield. Oh, nuts. Okay, so yeah, as this reloads, I appreciate your indulgence. And of course, I've got these 90s trivia questions for you as well. Is there any other? I feel like we're maybe missing some housekeeping.
I'm here. Hi, guys.
Oh yeah, Chris is here. I forgot to introduce Chris, co-host, co-producer, cohort, etc.
Oh, yeah, Garfield found a lasagna-shaped edible.
Yeah, it's legal basically everywhere now. So I mean, look
Yeah.
at him.
Looks great.
He's having a rough day. That was the big one too. They had a smaller one, and even that one's kind of small. I'm like, I'd like to have a bigger Garfield on hand for, you know, guests. Anyway, guys,
Thanks, Ryan.
let's get into it here. Meow.
Laffio.
Oh, I was gonna say, something was going on in the chat, and I was totally, that computer crashing thing really threw me off. Let me look here. Freud-Lavin. I also like that, Kayla. If that's the reference I think it is, that's funny. If it's not, then you lost me. Here we go.
Okay, guys, to work on your dunking skills, we've brought in the experts.
Now there's a great deal on McDonald's Chicken McNuggets.
I want to see some crisp passing.
Grab 6 while they're just 99 cents.
And then take it to the hole.
9 are only $1.59.
You called that a dunk? Easy, Grant.
So if 6 are 99 cents, so that's like 50 cents per 3. But if you get 9, which is 3 more than 6, it's
10.
59 cents. So you're paying more than you would if you just got like 2 6 pieces.
You have 100% confused all of that for me. How much was 6
If a
pieces?
6 piece is 99 cents, right?
Yes.
And a 9 piece is, what do you say, $1.59?
Sure.
They charge you an extra 9 cents.
Right
wasn't
now,
Grant Hill
20
in everything
McNuggets
you
are
got?
just $2.99. Perfect with America's favorite fries.
Watch my
Oh,
slam.
man, I loved Dunkaroos when I was a kid.
That's a dunk.
Dunkaroos.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets,
Oh,
America's
yeah.
favorite way to dunk. Don't
Yeah, no way Dunkaroos was going to get like Scottie Pippen and Grant Hill. Are you high, Jameson?
Miss a brand new X-Files.
That was not
99
Jameson.
Central
That was Ryan.
Sorry, Ryan. I was looking at Jameson's name when I said that.
Fox.
The X-Files. Oh.
This classic shit.
Confirms reports of some sort of enormous prehistoric creature. Just been told the National Guard has been called in to evacuate the area. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Just really quick, this dude walking around this sterile cooking space. Just before I tell you, or before you find out rather, what this is a commercial for, where do you think this establishment is? Like, did any of that environment key you into where this man works?
No.
It might surprise you.
I'd like to say not a fast food place, but I feel like it's probably going to be like a Burger King.
Sorry, we're late. Where's all the goddamn food? Like, I worked at a Burger King. Like, even when you closed up shop, there'd be like bits of food and stuff all over the place. Like, it would look like a Burger King. This looks like a brand new stainless steel, like, genie lamp.
Yeah, they were like that was their getting their delivery for their opening day.
Watches, each just $1.99 when you buy any value meal.
Watches in the 90s, Batman, every movie in the 90s came to a fast food establishment near you via a $1.99 watch.
At Burger King.
Maybe you ought to get a watch.
Clever girl.
Smolder
Brr.
FBI.
Oh, yeah, the Rugrats watches?
This is the worst assignment we've ever had.
On another Simpsons coming up next.
P.S. Did you see that, like, the slapdash bullshit way they were throwing those crates around?
Yep.
No.
Old friends. Oh, switch off. And new heroes. Feel the force on new worlds.
This shit. This commercial is when they were disconnected. Reconnected. Are we okay, everybody?
Trailer copyright, says Jameson.
Now that was an OBS thing. If it comes back, and I hope it does, and I hope it is. Man, it seems like every time we try to do something, I try and do something rather. I go, now it's the perfect setup. I screw with it, and it gets destroyed a little bit.
Yep. Whenever I see things getting unplugged and plugged back in again, I'm like, oh, good Lord.
Well, because in the moment it feels right. Everything, like the numbers match, it doesn't matter. We're watching these commercials.
I'm full of surprise. The next chapter of the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition, The Empire Strikes Back, and still playing in theaters. Star Wars.
Right.
Both films written.
These were the re-release of when Lucas, rather the theater re-release after he re-released them on VHS with all those dumbass visual enhancements and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
PG. Don't move.
How dare
Slowly
you?
put the donut down.
And no one gets hurt.
You have the right to fluffy nougat and milk chocolate with less fat.
Thanks, this is really good, but you got a license for that sword?
Big on chocolate, not on fat.
You don't need a license for swords, especially fencing swords. They're not sharp.
From Japan.
Am I the only person who used to eat Three Musketeer bars and eat all the way around the perimeter, the chocolate off of it, and then eat the whole thing?
Probably not, but I never did that.
I did that with Kit Kats too.
Bring your inner child, your real child, and your Visa card. Because the Wound & Wound Toy Company, you won't wind up with anything.
Fun fact, Three Musketeers were originally 3 flavors in one bar. Oh, like a Neapolitan or something?
Yeah, I bet. Because what other flavors would you have?
Yeah.
And pampers you with luxury.
Williams, the car, please.
Introducing the Infinity QX4. It has all the comfort.
You ever drive it to your mansion, dude? Like,
Williams, while we're young.
It's just a bit more
who's he signaling for?
assertive.
How's he gonna make that turn? That's
No
impossible.
way.
Dumbass rich people.
In the 90s, that was $37,000 for that thing. 90s dollars.
It's like a compact now. Man, I really kind of miss these milk commercials. Like, I don't know. It was just like, even though it didn't seem like it was doing much, it felt as effective as like those anti-drug PSAs, because it wasn't like, because when you think of milk, you don't think of like a company. You just think of milk. It was put out by the, Aaron Burr, the Dairy Association of America. So it wasn't like that. Maybe that's why I like the ads. It was like, here's like the funny things that you need milk for. It wasn't like Coke or Pepsi where it's like one is better than the other. It's just like, hey, milk.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we're better than blank. It was just like, hey, we're the thing that we are. Want some? And everybody was like, yeah, after a cookie or whatever, we'll do it. Did he really, Ryan? You liar.
I feel like history should have ruined it for you. Honest.
I'll be damned.
Got milk.
Yeah, I mean, so, there are very few commercials out there that are like made just to be funny. right? Like, there's no other reason, because like everybody knows what milk is. Like, who isn't like baking with milk or drinking
Right.
milk? Like, does milk need a PR dude? No, it's just like a bunch of farmers got together and felt like, yeah, let's make some funny shit about milk.
This town. This neighborhood is turning into Melrose Place. On King of the Hill, coming up next on Non-Stop Fox.
Yo, old time animation.
Update. House Republicans looking into
Old
Democratic
time.
fundraising may wind up interviewing up to 500 people. They say the president is not above the law. And Catholic
Really?
Nation
King of the
wants
Hill
to push for
reboot?
women's rights
Wow.
in the church. This has been a Fox News update.
Well, that which can eternal lie.
He's hilarious.
Disgusting.
Honest.
Offensive.
Worship.
Obnoxious.
Love him or hate him. There's no escape.
Is he still like, I mean, I know he's still out there, like
say
Howard
alive.
Stern's on the air. But like,
Goes one-on-one
has
with
his
the
crest,
media,
you know,
Howard Stern.
the wave that he
Watch
was
Monday
crested in the
at 10,
90s, right? Because now he's just like another figure on the radio. He's like the aforementioned music. Like, you know, every child hopefully lives long enough to see their edgiest indulgences like played for the masses. Like, remember like the Satanic Panic of the 80s, 90s, and Kiss, and Night and Satan Service, and now it's like, you know, walk into a grocery store and there's a good chance they'll play a Kiss song on their Muzak radio.
That's true.
But like back in the day, you know, we all saw Detroit Rock City.
Plus, in honor of President's Day, the presidents of the United States of America perform. That's Rosie in L.A.
Monday afternoon at 4.
Can't get more 90s than the
Oh my
presidents.
God, Rosie O'Donnell. I used to have a Rosie O'Donnell doll.
I wanted something.
Yikes.
And you'd press her and she'd say like her famous lines, whatever those were at the time.
I was Betty Rubble.
Are you kidding? All you've got to do is look at the Sunfire. It's
Shoot
got
the Sunfire.
style and attitude.
Hilarious.
Now get
GM, like, you know, whatever. All car companies are guilty of this, but GM and Dodge especially, because the Sunfire is nothing more than the Cavalier with like a pointier nose.
The doll was creepy. I don't know why I got it, because it's not like I was a Rosie O'Donnell fan when I was 10, but it was like big. She was probably like 2 feet long, like a big, like one of those big plush, fluffy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
At 8, she really
And she like wore a suit.
Now she's 15, and there's something you really need. A second
A sensible
line.
pantsuit.
Call Ameritech now. Get her own line, and we'll connect it free.
I never liked Elmo.
She was making Elmo famous? Oh, well. I don't think Elmo needed Rosie O'Donnell's help.
You're late to better communication.
Coolest game on earth. Brought to you by Mitsubishi Galant.
Now, Jack, I'm still not making any.
That's the thing that, like, I don't know. Do people still buy Mitsubishis? Do the people still make Mitsubishis?
Promises. Oh, watch out for this. But if you pass your
Like, I grew up with one of the most well-known car dealers here in Arizona. It was like Tex Earnhardt with That Ain't No Bull. He sold a bunch of cars, different. I mean, Mark Mitsubishi, Mark Kia.
The 1997
I know Kias are still out there, but what's Mitsubishi doing?
Cars only dream about. The Galant, Mirage, and Diamante. The family of sedans from Mitsubishi. Built for living.
Starts at 15,000.
Elmo is okay. Here's the thing. If you want, like, for my money, Grover was way funnier than Elmo.
Yeah.
And Telly, to a lesser extent, if you didn't want funny, you just wanted all around sort of okay. Mitsubishi. Yeah, what's that Mitsubishis?
Mitsubishi.
Every time there's a face-off,
Yeah. Grover was Super Grover? Oh my God, hello.
it's the team center.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Ryan sent me
Check
the
Discord.
picture of the. Oh my God, that was her.
Great centers have the timing of a gunfighter, the hand speed of a boxer,
Oh, look. Midgets on horses flying kites.
and the craftiness
Huh?
of a pickpocket. The
where are
NHL
we?
on Fox.
Catch the movie that'll have all of America cheering. Cool Runnings, Tuesday on Fox.
Question,
I wasn't
sugar.
cheering for it.
Is true what they say about the green ones?
That is an ugly rumor. It's a lie. How did this thing get started?
Okay, so you're not lime.
Lime?
Where
Where
do
do
you
you get your gossip?
A little hot under the candy, aren't you, sister?
Why would you think a green M&M would be lime? Yellow's not banana.
Because there's no other way to play that off because the green M&Ms make you horny. Like that's the urban legend, right? Like there various candies and sodas and everything is aphrodisiac. So when Dennis What's-His-Nuts is like, hey, baby, hey, mama. Lime, of course. Yeah. But the long and storied history of M&Ms with their fruit flavors. You can't say, it makes kids horny.
Everyone is singing to the sound of Diet Coke. Just look under every
Or just the one guy is, because otherwise it wouldn't be a show.
CDs and trips to the Grammys.
Oh man, I would love a free CD.
Or your place with it. Diet Coke.
Another thing about the 90s was like fucking swing music. Like big band shit. Like there was a swing dancing class in my high school that was so big. And it was a charter school, and my graduating class was like a group of 32 people. And it was like, yeah, of course, we have enough people. Swing class. Yeah.
One more time.
Hey, Juwan, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Juwan?
Why took a girl so turned on? Yeah, he wanted to step on his genitals.
It's only 99 cents. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Scotty.
Scotty who?
It's gotta be 9 big nuggets for me. They're just $1.59.
Yeah, so you're getting charged an extra 9 cents. The math checks out. It's like, hey, don't think about this too much, but get the 9-piece.
Great with America's favorite fries. Knock, knock. Who's there? Him. Tell who? He'll buy us 20 while they're just $2.99.
Because he makes a lot of money.
Chicken McNuggets, America's favorite way to dunk.
Scandal rocks a quiet Texas town. This neighborhood is turning into Melrose Place. On King of the Hill, coming up next on Non-Stop.
What was his name?
Dale Gribble?
No, the guy that she
John
just...
Redcorn?
Yeah, thank you.
Fox 8 News at 10.
Surprise, Cleveland. It's still winter. Mark Kuntz has the full forecast.
Surprise! Surprise! You guys used to that shit yet or what?
When is heartburn worst for you?
After a rotten day at work.
Pizza?
When I'm eating.
Zantac 75 works for me.
Zantac 75 starts working fast.
Faster than Pepsi.
She's been in stuff. She's like a character actor I can't place.
Zantac 75 contains the #1 prescription acid-reducing
Tagamet. Man. So that's the thing I also noticed is like pharmaceuticals also move in waves, because you'll see like we just saw there with all that chart, all the like the big antacid wars. Then we had the boner pill wars, and then there was like the like the weight loss wars, or like all the pills that gave you anal leakage, and like that would like that had warnings about getting addicted to gambling and stuff. And like, you know, now it's like we're running out of ailments, because I remember we went through like a chronic dry eye phase, and now we're in like, you know, we're trying like the most recent commercials on like Pluto or whatever. It's like, oh, do you feel a little tired throughout the day? There's a pill for that now. Just feeling a little tired throughout the day. Like, if you have a kid, that's your life. Jesus Christ, you guys.
When is heartburn worse for you? When I'm being interrogated by police for not doing something, but doing something stupid and my shoe falls off.
But it never falls off. That's the good thing about it. It's like your shoe never falls off, so your stomach stays intact.
Oh yeah, all their erectile dysfunction ads, like...
Yeah, I'm saying.
Jameson thinks that that lady was on working the Fred Savage sitcom.
Oh, you might be right.
I just assumed she was somebody in like SVU. Oh, the ones for restless leg syndrome.
Yeah, restless legs. They did all kinds of stuff. Like, yeah, the restless legs were the ones that I think that came with the gambling warning.
That fattening smooth feeling. Now it's all yours with the Gillette.
All the razor wars of the late 90s. They were adding blades and making the handles wider and rubbery, or, you know, making less blades, or...
Some for sensitive skin.
Feel how the protective microfilm safely cushion your skin. How each blade responds to your every curve. Sensor excels for women. Hold on to the feeling.
Have more rubber on your razor, but I always still managed to cut myself when I was younger.
Madness, Ryan. It was absolutely... The 90s were absolutely insane. Like, everybody was constantly vying for our attention. Even Milk, and they had no competition.
It was just Milk.
This is where you wanna be. Looking on the bright side, laughing from the
And that's what it does.
I had the off-brand razor.
It's an up thing.
Yeah, and then Dollar Shave Club came along and shook up the industry.
Yeah.
The Uncola. I love 7-Up. Does this make sense? I don't know. But then there's the thing. People will get angry about Coke versus Pepsi. I was never a Sprite person. Didn't like Sprite. Slice and all of its incarnations, every time it died and rose like a phoenix from the ashes, when it became Sierra Mist, and now it's whatever, Starry Nights or whatever the fuck it is. Love it. 7-Up too. Sprite, hard pass. Tastes like shit. Hate it.
Oh, see, I have a hard time telling the difference between like that stuff and Coke and Pepsi because I never really drank it. So
Wildly different. And that's why people who drink Sprite are fucking garbage people, and Mountain Dew people are below them. So imagine what they are.
Like 7-Up,
Buy a convertible and trip to a music city or other great prizes.
The Sphere. What's his name? I don't know, it's not Orlando Bloom. It was something Orlando. He was in Evolution with David Duchovny. X-Files.
Perfect form.
Man, I love 90s, like, in-your-face aesthetic. Like, this shot style, like the handy cam, like the over...
Kind of an interesting paradox.
Oversaturated a little bit, overblown a little bit.
Hey, watch out. Kudos alert in Sector 7.
Did you say that Kudos has inner pieces of...
But this commercial is like fucking what the kids call cringe nowadays. Tony Orlando, not Tony. Yeah, Orlando Jones, thank you. Let's save Tony Orlando's house.
Chocolate?
I wonder if they ever play skins
Skull
versus
fracture.
robes. In the Florida Everglades, man and nature
Julia
exist in
says,
a
speaking of
delicate balance.
milk, I didn't realize that milk in New England was subsidized until my dad told me when he lived in Louisiana and a gallon was like $5.
I'm sure everywhere at least something is subsidized because the government pays for most of the corn and wheat and shit that people grow. Because instead of growing stuff we actually need, it'd be easier just to have the government pay you to grow corn.
Right.
Whatever. I don't know. This is Kayla. I can't help that. This is not my decision. This is something handed down by the generation from the edicts on high. It's like there's the colas, the uncolas, and then the dews. And here's the thing. The problem with that is like it's a reverse mountain. It's a hole. And at the top of the hole is regular green Mountain Dew, and all the different colors get you lower. It's like we're in Dante's Inferno, right? It's like a reverse dome. It's just going in, down. And so you have the green Mountain Dew, and that's like your virtuous pagans, and then you have like Code Red, and those are for like, you know, sins of the flesh, and then you all the way down to like whatever Mountain Dew Black Mamba or whatever the fuck that, or dark purple or whatever. It's disgusting. Baja Blast? That's a good question. So if we're gonna go like color scheme, I would put it like close to this because it's tropical. I don't want to put it too close to the river Cactus, and it's not hot enough to be near Phlegathon. So let's just say it's like Baja Blast is level 6-ish.
Where does root beer and cream soda fit in?
I mean, root beer and cream soda aren't in hell. They're in heaven. They are what Beatrice sups upon, especially like real root beer. Yeah, I mean, come on. Cream soda? Pfft, give me a break. That red stuff, I mean, whatever. It'll do in a pinch, but like...
Doesn't stand a chance.
Do we have a liter of cola? No, we don't have that.
That's it?
Danny Glover.
I'm not exactly a little kid, you know. I can drink a full glass.
Gone fishing.
Full glass.
Starts Friday, May 30th.
Who's the wild hogs of its day?
It's the way a house smells when there's bread baking in the oven. The way
When Judith Hogue is making you
just
hot
right.
Campbell's soup.
It's the way we try to know each of our customers by name.
No, they
Or at
don't.
least by sound. And
No.
it's the way all your favorite things combine into something even better. right before your eyes.
We haven't even heard the term Jared yet.
Survey after survey.
Survey
Even though it can be
says
hard to answer
Subway.
questions with your mouth full. Subway. It's the way a sandwich should be.
Oh,
Not even eat
Specials
fresh.
are produced because everything you see is real. The world's scariest police chases 2 and the world's scariest police shootouts Tuesday.
This is something we took for granted. And this really hit home recently as I tried to show my son in a few old episodes of America's Funniest Home Videos of Bob Saget.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because that was like proto Fail Army. And like now where you can, and like Fail Army has a, not to mention Pluto again, but Fail Army has a channel on Pluto. So there's 24 hours of uninterrupted fails. No Bob Saget going, oh my gosh, oh, look at me, I'm going to fall off a trampoline or whatever. And there's no interstitials, like people reacting in the audience with bad hair. So it's just like, it's the equivalent of like going from drinking root beer and like getting a little kick off it every now and again to like mainlining heroin and trying to go back. Because once you can watch 14 hours of a fail compilation, going back to Bob Saget and seeing 4.5 minutes of footage, like whatever, video footage shot by actual real people, to every 18 minutes of Bob Saget bits and flying dictionaries and Vin DeBona bullshit. Faces of Death now? I've not kept up with Faces of Death.
FFOP Radio is simping for Pluto, and I'm here for it.
Not a sponsor, but you know, it's Pluto TV. It's like, does a lot of good for you. It's free. You just download the app today. Shadow Raid Legends.
Stay on Fox. Coming up on Fox 8 News at 10.
They lurk in the swamps of Florida, striking fear in the hearts
Gators.
of humans. But our gators could hold the key
little
in
baby.
saving all of our lives. Tonight,
All of
at
ours?
10.
How?
Fox 8 first.
Tell us.
Visit a loved one's gravesite, perhaps to leave flowers, perhaps to pray. But what if the cemetery has buried your loved one in the wrong place? I-Team reporter Carl Monday uncovers grave errors.
Aren't you usually there when they bury the body?
Well, like there's a bunch of ways that can happen. I want to get some opinions on this because after someone's dead, like I don't know, price of participation may vary. If you're one of those religious types who believe like, let's say you're an ancient Egyptian who believes that like the body is a very important thing that needs to last as long as possible for the afterlife, whatever. Like I would hope to God, like if somebody, like I'm dead and someone like looks around and accidentally finds out like I'm not buried in that spot I was supposed to be, or like I was accidentally shot up like into space, or somebody was like pushing me, like I fall off a cliff and into a volcano. I don't care. I hope no one gets mad at that because I was already dead. Like the memories are gone. Like if you want to get, that's the thing. Maybe there's a part of you that goes like, oh my gosh, like that was the person I loved and or whatever, and their body was done X, Y, Z. But like they're gone, and like getting pissed off about it, even as a kid, and I've not grown into an appreciation for like what happens. Like once you're gone, like for all intents and purposes, like what happens to you? What is that? How does that affect anybody around you?
I think in the sense of going to visit, your loved one's plot
but
or
even
whatever.
It's symbolic, whether you're in there or not.
I know, but then if you find out that they're not in there, then yeah, I'd be mad.
But that's the thing, you don't know it. Like you're doing it.
You paid for that spot also.
Right, but like what the fuck? The money's gone. The body's not there. You can still come to the spot and throw a bunch of rice or confetti in the air, say some prayers or play some music or spin around or stick your head between your legs. I don't care what you're gonna fucking do. You're doing it for yourself. To get pissed off on behalf of the person who can't know anything feels foolish.
Ryan says this was a big scandal where I lived in Chicago burbs where they were burying multiple in graves and mislabeling everything, and it was a huge mess.
I get it, but it's only a mess to people who are a fucking nuisance. Because they're gone. Like, because here's the thing. clerical error and 400 bodies get buried in the wrong spot. It's one generation before nobody gives a fuck. And how much bureaucratic bullshit and red tape do you want to put a bunch of people through, like, just to be a nuisance? Like, if they lose my body in the back room somewhere after I die and they come out to the front of the funeral home and they go, oh, we can't find him. I would hope that no one would be like, well, you know, I wouldn't have wanted you to be like, oh, well, we wanted him to be like paraded around and put exactly where we knew he would be because he would want to be in this part of this lawn or whatever. Whatever is foolish to me.
I like big cars. I like big dogs.
And I like
Napoleon
big
complex.
deals. Like now at Taco Bell. I get the new big beef burrito for just 99 cents. It's loaded with double the beef, cheese, onions, and a tangy red sauce.
It's at least 49% animal protein. Hey, yo,
The
I'm
new
beefing
big
here.
beef burrito from Taco Bell. The only thing that
Yeah,
isn't
weekend
big
at Bernie's.
is the price.
Yeah, just a whole bureaucratic weekend at Bernie's. Just send out TJ Ragsdale and his friend to just keep everybody occupied for the weekend and to get the fuck over it. Buddy Hackett Jr. Yeah, it kind of looks like that, right? You know what's crazy? Not to go off topic again, but I just watched Africa Screams, one of my favorite Abbott and Costello movies, and it's got 2 Lesser Stooges in it.
Huh.
It's got Curly Joe Besser and Shemp. I know I now watching it, I realize who they are, but back when I was a kid watching it, I was like, man, that's funny. Because Shemp is like playing a blind guy named Gunner, and it looks like Mr. Magoo.
Oh.
And Curly Joe Besser plays like this, yeah, like almost like a gay Bud Abbott.
Oh.
99 cents. You'll never find a burger with taste this big.
Fuck you, Burger King.
Julia's talking about tying the knot.
Marry me.
In her new movie, My Best Friend's Wedding. And she's bringing her co-stars Cameron Diaz and Dermot Mulroney. Next Rose.
Tomorrow afternoon at 4.
Whoever had it, Dermot Mulroney.
Fox. Safe at home.
It's the first time
Brought
I've
to you
heard
by
that name.
Nike.
I am a professional athlete.
Yeah, we have not. Full disclosure, right? We have not cracked open It's a Mad World yet, but soon.
Yeah.
The weekend's always coming.
American in college, but you wouldn't know because I didn't play basketball. I was the leading scorer in America, but you wouldn't know because I'm not on any cereal box.
Right, but that's the thing. If nobody cares, it's hard to care, right?
That's okay. I don't play to be famous. I play because it's the greatest.
We need to do a
sport in
Taco
the
Bell
world.
ad. Get me an Italian from New York.
Hey, yo,
I got
tacos.
deliveries of tacos.
I've traveled so much recently, I have to read a scorecard to remember what team I'm on. Reading is a serious matter. If you can't read, you can't get ahead in life. It's crucial that young people...
You need to read a scorecard to remember what team you're on? Because you're traveling.
Because he's traveled around to so many different teams.
Right, but aside from that being on your uniform and your paycheck, and I'm assuming you hearing that several thousand times a day, like, don't let these people write a script that makes you sound like a fucking idiot. God
People
damn
stay
it.
in school and learn how to read. If you're having trouble with
Oh
your
yeah,
reading,
that's one of the
ask
things
about
that would
getting
go on his
into it. You
headstone.
can't
Here's the
tell a
thing. I'm dead.
person without a scorecard, you can't succeed in life without reading.
Fox.
But he also wants to just go into the woods, so...
Yeah, I just want to walk into the woods and nobody knows.
90210 graduation Wednesday.
Because here's the thing. If you walk into the ocean, it'll probably be faster, but it's like way worse. You got to buy a heavy coat and fill the pockets with rocks.
And we don't have an ocean near us.
I mean, I have a car. No, food. No TV. It's a great place. No air condoms. Just Coke.
No vacancy.
It's gonna be busted, right? Why even spend money on the other signs? Like, if you're going to just do something like that, be like, screw you, eat my ass and eat shit, and be like, yes, we got Coke, so you're gonna, like, come on, you fucking, like, soy jacks. You guys look that stuff on Twitter, what used to be Twitter. Tell you what, why don't we play a little game here?
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys ready? It's been 40 minutes. We'll play a little game. I've got some 90s trivia questions here. Michael Jordan announced his return to the NBA in 1995 by faxing a simple 2-word statement. What did it say?
How many points is this one?
5.
Okay.
I'm back, says Ryan Maxwell, and that is correct. I'm outside. That's what he said.
I'm outside.
He said, Michael Jordan, I'm outside. He said it to Scottie Pippen. While Scottie Pippen was selling McNuggets, Michael Jordan was faxing, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
And he was backstreet, and he was back, all right. All right. Ryan Maxwell with the first one. What online retailer began in 1994 primarily as an online bookstore? 1994. Maybe I've told you that. It's right, yeah. Amazon, Ryan Maxwell. Meh. I mean, some of these are so easy because, like, this is not hard. I mean, this will be a typing test. So, get ready. What punk rock band released the album Dookie in 1994?
Jesus. What's a bookstore?
What is a bookstore? I miss those things. It was American Idiot. Ryan, you got it. Man, Ryan's got a faster internet connection than most of you guys.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, this is going to be... These all seem stupid easy. I'm like flipping through them trying to find difficult ones, but they're not. They're not easy. They're not difficult. What... Okay, I'm going to give you 3 names or clues or whatever, and you got to tell me the thing that all these relate to. Get me? Tom Servo, Crow T Robot, and Cambot.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, what MST3K? What could you do? Be like Mike Nelson, the Mads, Dr. Forrester, TV's Frank. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna hide that?
I guess, yeah. Futurama.
Yeah, Futurama. Not bad though.
Yeah.
All the bots. This is a classic. You guys love this. What color eyes does the cat have in the Napster logo?
Oh, God.
You guys remember Napster? And then when that died, LimeWire? What color eyes did the cat have in the Napster logo? Ryan, you got it again. It's green. Green eyes. Much like LimeWire.
I don't know why I thought it was yellow.
Emulex?
The bots do show up in one Futurama episode. An MSC3K bots.
Oh, yeah. It's they're in a theater, and I can't remember who they're admonishing, but I think they tell Bender to shut up while they're watching the movie. Anyway. Oh, these are all stupid kind of questions. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this is a good one, guys. What strapless, padded push-up brassiere made its U.S. debut in 1994 and became one of the most popular products among women? Emule X. Right, Emule X. The Wonder Bra. Damn, Ryan. Yeah, it was the Wonder Bra.
The Wonder Bra.
All right, last one for this round, and then if I remember, we'll do another one, but who knows? What were the name of the twins on the sitcom Sister Sister?
Sister Sister.
They lived with Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Sister Sister. Who were they? Playtex? No, obviously not. Triple last question. Yeah, who were they? Sister Sister. Tanisha and Tamara. Incorrect.
Tony.
I'm in live chat. So,
got it right?
Oh, yep, Tia and Tamara. Sorry, I just barely got that. So yeah, Tia and Tamara. Tia and Tamara, I want to say the last name started with an M, but it's not listed here. Just Tia and Tamara, but you got it. You got that shit, Tony. Let's watch some more commercials.
Oh man, now it's gonna bother me until I figure out what TNT is. Maori. Yeah, thanks, Tony.
I knew it started with an M.
Yeah.
See, it was our chance to watch the cars we built here arrive on the other side of an ocean.
Cars.
10 years ago.
Yes,
we
Matthew's
all
in the
knew it
show,
was a risk,
right?
Building a new American car. It was pretty much sink or swim. I guess you could say we just swam all the way to Japan.
What?
Oh, fuck you, Sam.
Coming up on Fox 8 News.
Anywhere that isn't America has cars that are built for their roads because no other place on earth has roads built like the U.S. or Canada or whatever. And they don't transition well. Like when you see like the Fiat 500, like that's a little European car made for tiny little winding European roads that are 4 foot across. So when you see it here in American setting next to 800 miles of straight freeway and each lane is 40 feet wide, and you see it next to a Suburban or an Expedition XL and you go, Jesus Christ. And then you see the little minis. Anything that comes over from Europe, unless it's like super cute and can appeal to a really niche crowd, doesn't last. The C-Max died.
Oh yeah. Ryan says my parents had a 97 Saturn station wagon for years.
Classic. Can affect human life at 10.
King of the Hill won't.
Really? Okay, so tell me about that. I've been looking at those longingly because I think a little coupe like that would be fun. Are they underpowered? Like if I sat in it, would I feel like I would rather just buy a V6 Mustang at the very least?
Won't be seen tonight.
The hell you say?
But will return next week.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Now stay tuned for another episode of The Simpsons next.
The X-Files are on them.
Crispix won't get soggy in milk, but I'm still skeptical.
Me too, I'm so skeptical.
Okay, last bite. Hey, it's still crispy.
Told ya. Kellogg's Crispix cereal. Crispy to the end.
I mean, not to turn this into car talk, but what are we talking horsepower-wise? Like foot-pounds of torque. No, I don't care about the torque. What are we talking about horsepower-wise? And also, what's like the curb weight of that shit? You know what I mean?
Told ya.
When his best friend got sick, Richard started dressing the part.
It was a walk-on, Charlie.
Learning
Kramer.
leading, overruled, beg, no, and taking the law into his own hands.
Can't we get around?
The 80s and 90s were also times when, like, if you got sick and you were a high-power person of any type, like a high-paying job, you could just get one of your dumbass friends to take over for a week. Like if you had food poisoning, you get diarrhea, you get hit in the head, you get crushed by a piano, you could get someone to just 177 horsepower, 3,000 curb weight? Really? I mean, that's not bad ratio. I mean, for a car. I mean, on my bike, I'm rocking like a 300-pound curb weight to like 54 horses. So, I mean, come on.
On this law
Ice bags on their head. That's right. Yeah, they all had. Where were those? I remember this thing. The only time I've ever used an ice bag was in the 90s. My grandmother had one of those classic, like, screw top filled with ice, rubber, like balloon looking ice packs. And, like, not since or before have I had. Like, every time I was at my grandma's house, I was on my head or on my knee or whatever. Just didn't exist anywhere else.
I feel like my mom had one. Or maybe she still does.
Michael Richards in racist what?
Trial and error. Objection! Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 30th.
Hi, I'm David Novak, the president of Pizza Hut, and I'm here to tell you about some big changes in the world of pizza.
He seems like the kind of guy you'd be forced to have a beer with at a company party.
Decided we were going to make the best pizza that you've ever had. That meant changing a lot of little things.
God damn it. And he insisted. He's like, to the director, this poor director, he's like, listen, I'm going to fucking sit like this, like I'm John Wayne on a fence in every shot. I don't care if I'm pulling a pizza out of an oven or I'm talking to the audience. I'm going to be sitting casual and you're going to shoot around that. Get me?
like fresh mushrooms, fresh peppers, fresh onions. Slice them
Watery
thicker so you
pizza.
can really crunch down into them. And better meat toppings too, like chunkier beef and meatier sausage. We set out to make the best pizza that we've ever made. And I'm here to tell you, we are making
It's not super hard to do
for our new large
to beat
pizza.
Pizza Hut's quality.
In Mystic's color caps game, see if the color
That's
under
Cisco?
your cap matches
No.
Dennis Rodman's hair. If you find
Cisco?
green, you win 1 day of his salary.
Is that Gary Busey?
Is that Gary Busey?
Is Gary Busey? He play Double Team alongside JCVD. Is that Gary Busey?
More than 100,000 other prizes, including free Mystic. Show your colors.
Torque with the wavy hair. Dennis Rodman. P.S.
Thank you.
Cooler Ranch, fuckers!
It'll blow up your farm.
Loud Ranch Doritos. Oh, man. This is the kind of aesthetic that people are doing now, man. Like, I mean, it doesn't look as shitty, but...
Be a beauty. Be a
nacho cheesy.
Just be.
CKB, the fragrance for
What's
people.
up, Sanjay Dev?
Hey.
The CKB gift set, now yours for suggested price of $50.
Suggested. Suggested price.
Debatable.
Who's ringing that bell? I can't concentrate.
Do you remember like the weird claymation wrestling shows?
Yeah, MTV Celebrity Deathmatch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like a touchstone of my life. Jesus. But the Brisk Iced Tea commercials were an easier accessible piece of media to the mass. We've had things like this before, like with Clay Fighters that started on the SNES. I mean, there's something about stop motion animation that'll always appeal to us. But yeah, it did feel like the Celebrity Deathmatch was the jumping the shark of the claymation thing when it was like, you know, Marilyn Manson versus Who Gives a Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Calvin Klein commercials have not changed at all. Like, it's still a black and white malnourished person talking about how they smell. I know, I was just thinking that, Jameson. If that isn't Sly, that is a fucking... And even this guy with Burgess Meredith. Like, they're dead nuts on.
P.S. Did you guys see that Sylvester Stallone has a fucking reality show now with his family?
Yo, that's Brisk, baby.
The shocking 2-hour season finale of Melrose Place.
Ooh.
Fox.
Man, 90210,
Our
man.
first Saturns to Japan. And as we celebrate our partnership with our friends in the East, we're offering what we call the 24,000
Look at how young Jim Gaffigan looks.
lease. Easily one of the most competitive around. And as you can see, 24,000 yen isn't all that much. And in fact, it's a pretty swell offer. So stop by your local retailer. Give them a hug.
Right.
And P.S., the only car company that made cars small enough and plastic enough to work in Japan.
Yeah.
Imagine any Japanese person stepping into like a GMC Safari or like a Chevy Astro and being like, it's half the size of my fucking village.
Tell them you're happy we're going to Japan and check out the lease. It's easy. Just make sure they put the steering wheel on the right side.
Even these commercials, I fucking love.
You know what I mean? Right?
Just like the look of the oversaturation that also is like a blown out. All the highlights are super blown out. The angles are so iconic. I just love this shit. It was. Hot damn. They probably gave him $1 billion for that.
And he's about to become the subject of a remarkable
I remember this shit.
He will live inside this small chamber.
Guys, do you know whose voice you're listening to right now?
Is it Gary Busey?
Shh, listen. It's very important you guys know this.
Cut off from all human contact. Alone.
Yo, get a little milk in here.
For the next
If you know this man's voice, I will give you 100 points. If you know that man's voice, and you should know this man's voice. It's not Bill Curtis. That's a hint. Who is it? Who is this motherfucker? Yes, Forensic Files is the show, but that's not his name, Jameson.
The next 30 days.
Oh, no, I didn't sign on for this. Guys, I got tons of...
He went from being like, they found pubic hairs in the carpet of the station wagon, to being like, milk. Do you got it? Not Peter Graham, but you're getting close.
I want some milk.
Fascinating.
Please.
Got milk?
Come on, guys. Am I the only
Somebody Google it.
Come on, man. It's not Peter Graves. Peter Thomas. Yeah, CJ Dev. But at least somebody got it. I like Peter Graves, though. I like that, Jameson. And since CJ Dev admitted he cheated, no points.
Okay.
50 points for admitting. But yeah, Peter Thomas.
Are we giving CJ Dev 50 points?
The best football player in America will not be seen on television this
Gonna
Sunday.
throw a towel at no
Not
kid
while
for
there's
giving
a
him a
Pro
Coke.
Bowlers tour.
Hey, kid.
America did not see the best football player win a gold medal in Atlanta. America did not see the best football player win our only World Cup.
Why are we saying that? Because in Europe, they call soccer football. Why didn't any Americans see that? Because we call it soccer. That's why you didn't see it.
Because
Mia
all
Hamm.
the networks agree the best football player in America isn't good for
Yep.
ratings.
You guys are tough. Like, what is the marketing campaign of soccer? It's like, yeah, I'm the best in soccer, except nobody gives a fuck. Like, I'm not in it for the ratings. I'm not in it for, like, literally any other reason but for the love of soccer. But does it come off as, like, I do it for the love of soccer? It's like, I do it, but fuck you. Soccer says, fuck you, America.
Our only World
But
Cup
I've got
before
something that'll
1999.
satisfy everybody. Now, who wants what?
Keep your team happy with a bucket from KFC. Mix roasted and fried, even new honey barbecue tender roast.
You keep hogging that bucket, and you're out of here.
Hey, Max. Why just sit around when you could have fun in the new Ford CX-2?
I missed the Ford Escort. I'll say it. Wait, what? Pulled off her shirt when she... That does sound like something teenage Ryan would remember. Brain
The new
Chastain.
Ford CX-2. Grab life by the wheel.
You guys, oh, fuck. When I was early 20s, when cable was still like a relevant thing, the Games and Sports Network on cable, it was GAS. It was basically Nickelodeon's game shows. So they have Legend of the Hidden Temple or Guts or Double Dare, all the live action shit. But the interstitials in between it were like, oh, this is a prominent sports figure, something that the kids can relate to that'll give you yada, yada, yada. And 30% of the time it was Maria Sharapova. And like, she's a she's a tennis player. And like, me and Ben had such a crush on Maria Sharapova, probably still to this day. Like, she would be like, you know, it was like watching a solid 13 minutes of kids running up a pyramid with a rubber band on their back, pulling them back down. And it would be Maria Sharapova and be like, ugh, like, stick to it. And I'm like, I will. Maria.
Max?
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 48 months on the new Ford ZX2.
Your mom says Crispix won't get soggy in milk. But
Maria
I'm still
Sharapova was a tennis
skeptical.
player who could model as opposed to Anna Kournikova, a model who could play tennis.
Yeah. I mean, Maria Sharapova was like the real deal.
Me too, I'm so
I probably still is.
Okay,
I don't
last
follow
bite.
tennis.
Hey, it's still crispy. Told ya.
Kellogg's Crispy
Mom.
cereal. Crispy to the end.
Told ya.
A terrifying discovery.
I mean, I don't like tennis. I didn't watch tennis. I did like Maria Sharapova, only because she was in between episodes of Legends of the Hidden Temple, and I was able to get a boner.
That's Scully against Mulder. But the truth will cost one of them their life. The
Doubt it.
X-Files shocking season finale next on Fox.
Shocking.
Cab forward design means these Dodge cars offer you more. More in terms of room, comfort, and stability.
We put the cab forward, you see. What does that mean? The cab is still behind the engine. I don't see it any more forward than any other car. Like those little Toyota vans or any rear engine vehicle, I can see, oh, cab forward. You're still behind the engine in a Dodge.
Now we've designed a way to give you something less. Less in the way of monthly payments when you select our lowest interest rates ever for 60 months on Neon's.
God damn it. And this guy was a classic character actor, too. He was like, in The Lost Boys, he was like the bad guy. What the fuck? And I can't even think of his name. But he was like one of those character actors, like, what's his name? The friend Ira from Mad About You. And I can't remember his name either. All these poor 90s character actors who I can remember by face, but I don't know their goddamn names. Except for David Warner. Love
Stratus
him.
and Intrepid ES, or get up to $1,500 cash back.
They're so ugly, those cars.
All Dodge cars in the 90s look like lizards that were run over by semi-trucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he was the husband on Overboard. Tofuri Klein. What's his fucking name? But classic shitbag character.
And a global intranet became.
But he was the voice of Dodge. Like that what's his nuts for Toyota now? Terry from Toyota? I first saw him as a simp on Third Rock from the Sun for Sally. Like he showed up as like, oh, he ate raw chicken for her and like had food poisoning and shit. And then he just took over the Toyota commercials.
Yeah, that's how you get in.
I was like, there's no way he's going to be remembered for Toyota over Third Rock. And here we are 40 years later, and he's still doing Toyota commercials.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You want to talk about Dodge Vipers? Oh, fuck, dude. The Dodge Viper RT10 is one of, if not one of the most beautiful American cars. I mean, latter day, obviously. It can't hold a candle to like vintage stuff, but like the 1994 Dodge Viper RT10, not the GTS, because like who the fuck wants that? Like, oh my God, Jesus, dude.
Trading floor. An intranet now able to handle 1 billion shares a day, with trades flashed to 300,000 monitors around the world in milliseconds.
CRT,
so many monitors.
Reliability critical, with no room for error. Who did NASDAQ turn to build and manage the world's largest intranet? MCI.
Whoa! You guys use MCI, right?
Imagine now what we can do.
Edward Herman, funny because I think he was Herman Munster once. Did he?
For you.
Coming up on Fox 8 News at 10.
Mystery surrounds the creatures of the swamp. How studying alligators could save human life. At 10.
But
how?
From what?
Fox invites you to enter a world of mystery and magic.
Roar.
You guys remember that?
Is brought to you by IBM, Solutions for a Small Planet.
Brought to you by IP Freely. Oh, shit. Whoa, David Robert. God damn it. I don't know what it's like today with basketball, but when I was a kid and into it, oh, fuck, man. Like, David Robinson, Kevin Johnson, Danny Ainge, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Rodney. Oh, he was just on that thing. What was his name? With the hair. Dennis Rodman? Yeah. Like, those were some, like, Muggsy Bogues, Dikembe Mutombo. Like, that was a cast of characters. Everybody, maybe it's just because I fell out of it, but, like, everybody seems so homogenized. Like, I mean, even Larry Bird, Dan Marley, even the white guys had game, man. Dan Marley, yeah, God bless his ass. I wish he'd probably saved some money because then he wouldn't have to do, like, chiropractic commercials here in the Valley, and now is the coach at like a Christian community college.
Just looked up Roar. It lasted all of 13 episodes. Only 8 ever aired. Roar is a fantasy adventure television series created by Sean Cassidy and Ron Koslow. The series originally aired on Fox Network, July 14th.
And then you say, well, yeah, I'm glad that died. And then like the Clerks animated series, you go, well, where the fuck was 40 seasons of that?
Did you guys see that The Good Doctor's final season is coming or has already aired?
Everybody hates The Good Doctor.
I would know. I've only seen 2 episodes of it.
Deep Blue plays chess. He can't play basketball.
IBM.
Stick to website management.
Fuck you, Deep Blue. Oh my God, Bear was driving. How could that be? Who's driving? You know, remember that part where like they get in the robots who turn into cars and the cars drive to the place and then they change and the people don't get out in time and like a bunch of blood flies out as they change back into robots.
House is a classic scene, Judith. House is so
awesome.
good.
Yeah, House is great.
We gotta get out of here.
Little cliche.
Listen to me. Hey, nice watch.
Now
I got it from Burger
It was
King.
$1.99.
The Lost World Jurassic Park watches. Collect all 4, each just $1.99 when you buy any value meal.
Is that a Stegosaurus?
They were so anti-waterproof, I ruined one by sweating too much on the playground.
Nice.
I don't think so.
Guys, this is technically kidnapping.
Dr. Pepper.
But it's warm.
Right, yeah, P.S. Yeah, it's like hot off the truck.
Events. It's the night you've been waiting for.
Heath Ledger was the star of Roar.
Of Melrose
shit.
Place.
Wow.
If you think
Goodbye forever.
how it's all gonna end, you're in for a big surprise.
That sounded like a real punch.
Yeah.
Melrose Place, the 2-hour season
2
finale. Monday
hours.
on Fox.
He's an out-of-work actor.
Thank you on me. It was a walk-on, Charlie.
Impersonating a lawyer.
This is fraud.
Leading overruled.
Beg? No.
Wow, Rip Torn.
The case.
That's our defense. A Twinkie?
And making the most
Can't we get around this law thing?
You're touching me.
of his day in court. Michael Richards.
I mean, not for nothing, but like, was that literally just a throwaway joke for the Twinkie defense?
Daniels.
Pretty. Warm Dr. Pepper, yeah, it's just like Blast from the Past. But where's Christopher Walken? And P.S., it was hot Dr. Pepper. He microwaved it. Which was the style at the time. Because here's the thing. When Dr. Pepper came out, like in the whatevers, and you know, soda fountains and bullshit, like in the 30s and 40s when there was a lull and they were trying to sell soda all year round and not just when it was hot, they were like, hey, drink hot Dr. Pepper. Like Tasting History did a whole show on it.
I'm just a replacement lawyer.
Starts Friday, May 30th.
It's like Liar, Liar, and Dumb and Dumber. Lie and Dumber.
When some really small group of people gather in some tiny, sweaty
It's the Fallout show.
to see some incredibly huge band, but nobody knows who it is until the second they hit the stage.
Why would people show up?
The Miller Genuine Draft blind date, small clubs, large bands, big mystery, explore the unknown.
Like who?
This is a demand.
Yeah, it was the Dick Clark was actually one of the people who pushed hot Dr. Pepper. Like, I'm not kidding. When they were trying to push up sales and they were slumping, they pushed hot Dr. Pepper in the wintertime. It was fucking crazy. That's a good point. That's the thing. There's a lot of mystery surrounding that still, right? Because at least in the homebrewing community, which I know maybe no one cares about, but there's a lot of people brewing sodas, and Mountain Dew is a big one, like all the different reds and codes and yada, yada, yada. But also like Coke and Pepsi or whatever. So I said, okay, I'm going to hop on this bandwagon too. But I was able to find the Soda Shop Pepsi that has natural, or rather cane sugar. But yeah, there are people out there with just doing it with the high fructose corn syrup stuff. And I don't know how that will taste or react or whatever. But, you know, whatever. Off topic, obviously, but still.
Demonstration with all the loosened wireless systems and technology out there. This is now just about the only place where you can't stay in touch. Lucent technology.
I have a lot of questions.
Make the things that make communications work.
Is it the fish typing?
Why just sit around when you could have fun in the new Ford CX2?
Is you reading a chat log?
The new Ford
That was the real Jim Roush. Jim Roush is actually a goldfish.
CX2. Grab life by the wheel. Max?
Huh?
Get 1.9% APR.
What around to the Ford
for 48
Probe?
months on the new Ford ZX2.
P.S. I haven't seen a Taurus in a while. What's up with that?
Doubt me. Disrespect me. Tell me I'm older.
How dare you?
Tell me I'm slower. Tell me I can no longer fly.
Okay. Is this Wheaties, Nike? What are we doing here?
I'm gonna go with Nike.
Fox main events. They're considered two of the most dramatic specials ever produced because everything you see is real. Now you can watch them back to back in one night.
Woo!
The world's scariest.
This is the kind of shit that will get you kicked off YouTube for showing that.
Tuesday night excitement on Fox. Parental discretion advised.
Classic, exciting Tuesdays.
They are the best kept secret in the universe.
Right? Basketball is huge.
Whatsoever.
It was the only time I knew basketball stars. Like, I named a few, but I could name so many more. It was the only time I collected, like, trading cards of basketball people. I don't have any anymore. I just have,
nerdy stuff.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Marvel characters and the like. But I had, like, Shaq and Muggsy Bogues and, like, again, like, all of the dudes that were, like, popping in the 90s. Barkley, God damn it. Like, Charles Barkley fought Godzilla, for fuck's sake.
Their mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity on Earth.
Like Michael Jackson's. Yeah, Larry Bird.
I only ever got into basketball when I went to UConn, and it was the women's basketball because they were fucking on fire, and they still probably are. I don't know anymore. I don't follow them anymore.
For those not, like, in sports, it needs to be something like that. Because, like, in the 90s, the Suns were unstoppable. We had Barkley, Johnson, Ainge, Marley, a fucking showstopper.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And so, like, my grandmother, my aunt, and my cousins, we'd all watch the Suns games. And, like, my aunt would even shave Phoenix Suns, into the back of her dogs.
Wow.
Like, Phoebe had Suns on her back. And they all had basketballs and shit.
That's crazy.
The same thing happened when Kurt Warner and Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden was on the Cardinals, and, like, we had a shot at the ring. Like, that's the time when you get pumped. And the 90s, like, that was all the 90s. We had a showstopper. I don't now either, CNG Dev. I just did back then simply because, when you've got a good team, you get swept up.
Right. Yeah, that was like me with the Yankees in college, too. Like, I was a Yankees fan because of the people on the team.
Right. But Kurt Warner was a weirdo, so it felt like, I don't know. I wanted it more for Fitzgerald and Bolden. It's a steamy horse.
This year at the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes. There's an
Don't take American Express, right, guys?
absolute 100% sure thing. If you try to use American Express,
they'll kick you in the dick.
The only card accepted at the gate is Visa. It's everywhere.
At the gate?
Italy, we drink diet something. I can't read it.
It's a diet Coca.
Se bevo dai Coke, diventerò anch'io così bella.
Deve aver paura, tesoro. Pensa, non ho mai bevuto dai Coke in vita mia. E guarda me.
The biggest day of their lives.
I mean, obviously. Anyway, here's some questions, guys.
That's a steamy horse. Would also be good on your tombstone.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want, here's the thing, ... and then an etched bas relief of a steaming horse. Yeah, I was like, oh man, take me back to that old world Taco Bell. Ciao Bella, Nacho Supreme. Right, guys?
Right.
According to this coffee company, what was the best part of waking up? According to this coffee company, what was the best part of waking up?
The best part of waking up.
Jameson, Folgers, parenthetical in your cup, but it was just Folgers, so I'll give it to you. The best part of waking up, it was never Folgers. Folgers is not that good. Because, like, here's what I get dicey about. And on some levels, you can't help it, so I get it. But all the products that you see in the grocery store basically have to be made for 1 billion people. So that one little tiny bag or box or whatever you grab, and you go, oh, this one's special because I've got it. Like, there's 1 billion of them out there like that. There are so few, but coffee is one of those things where you can go, okay, Folgers has enough money where they can buy beans from all over the world and throw them in like a 1 billion ton grinder and be like, whatever, drink it, you fucking slobs. But there are still roasters out there. You can get it from one plantation in one part of the country of origin, yada, yada, yada. Whereas Folgers, it's the homogeneity, I think, is the problem. With smaller batches, you give more potential.
How many points is this round going to be?
Like 20.
Okay. Well, hold on. Now let me fix Jameson's.
The Chris Farley. Which one? Chris Farley with oh, wait. No, I remember the beer commercial. I remember the coffee commercial.
Kona coffee.
Kona coffee is good. Here's the thing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Guatemalan, probably my favorite. I don't know what about that country and its soil yields such rich beans, but they do. Anywho, known for its wide-legged jeans, what does the clothing company Jinko stand for?
Oh.
What does the clothing company Jinko stand for?
And fun fact, a place here in Mesa, downtown Mesa, now sells Jinko jeans again.
Back at it again. They're back. Yeah, what you need is a temperature right around the equator, not too volcanic. Because the Hawaiian stuff is a little too acidic, a little too volcanic. Central and South America, you're right there. Judge none, choose one is correct.
Yep.
Jinko. God damn. My favorite pants were Jinkos. Oh, man.
Junior non-commissioned officer.
I'm so bummed because I've got the same waist size. I could still wear those pants. I don't know why I got rid of them. Because here we are.
Yeah, you could totally wear them.
It would be embarrassing. I'm too old now, but I would still do it. All right. Where's Kayla for this one? During the height of the Cola Wars, what product did PepsiCo release as a caffeine-free clear alternative to normal colas? The Pipes skateboarding jeans. Did not have those. I had the aforementioned Jinkos. There was a couple other knockoffs or whatever. Because we had it was a sliding scale. Like, I always had the wide pant legs, but then they had ones that, they essentially were like a giant jean kilt. We called those elephant legs.
Uh-huh.
But there were all of them in between, too. There was a million of them.
Is the answer Crystal Pepsi?
It is Crystal Pepsi.
So you'll be giving it to Tony?
Yeah, it's not Tab, Ryan.
Tab.
PepsiCo did not make Tab. And Tab isn't clear.
It's not?
No.
I've never seen what Tab looks like.
Tab's a cola. It's like RC.
Oh.
What clear alternative was introduced in 1993 and billed as something different? So we had two clear beverages, right, back to back, one soft and one hard. Yeah, Tab was continued. Ryan Maxwell, it is Zima. Zima, baby. It's like, that's the thing. Zima is like malt Sprite, which is why I never liked it. If you made malted 7-Up, Mike's is, it's been a while since I've had a Mike's Hard Lemonade because I'm not a fucking 22-year-old anymore. But back in the day, like the Mike's Hard Lemonade, not bad.
That I used to have Twisted Tea.
Yeah, before you develop a distinguished taste of an adult,
Right.
Mike's Hard Lemonade ain't bad.
Before you know what's
also,
good.
if you're looking to meet someone in like New Jersey or Fairfield, Long Beach, Bowling Green, Zima.
Excuse me, I ordered a Zima, not emphysema.
Not emphysema. We don't serve California cuisine in your lungs.
Tab officially discontinued in 2020, but after the 80s, did anyone care?
Here's the thing. I miss Tab a little bit, but as long as RC still exists, I feel okay. I feel like when RC goes, it'll be the same feeling I had when I found out that Macho Man Randy Savage passed. Like that day was ruined for me, and the day that someone says, you know what, RC is discontinued, it'll be the same feeling. What brand of yellow stitched boots became the choice of footwear as grunge fashion scene? As the grunge fashion scene arose. I hope they don't go anywhere. Because Khalil, here's the thing. Khalil, who owns RC, also owns, I think, 7-Up and Canada Dry. So as long as 7-Up and Canada Dry exist,
they're fine.
RC's fine. Bingo, Doc Martens is correct.
And my
waffle stompers.
I had a boyfriend who was like 6'4" and he wore Doc Martens. I loved when he wore Doc Martens because it made him that much taller. And he had big feet. Like it didn't make his feet look any bigger because he was so tall.
Like military and combat and work boots, I'm sure they appeal to some people.
Oh, his weren't like that. They were like loafer style Doc Martens. Not loafers, but they were shoes. They didn't have like high.
How tall am I? How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's 6 foot. He's tall.
Is that tall? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's
You're
normal
tall.
to me.
To me, you're tall.
You're a girl.
But for Valerie, it could be.
Girls are shorter.
90210, the unforgettable season finale, Wednesday.
Another 2-hour slice. Jesus Christ,
This
guys.
is a Fox News update. Rebels in Zaire are terrorizing the capital, executing
By
former
dancing?
government soldiers in public, burning 2 people alive. 150 have died so far. A world away, Pope John Paul II celebrated his 77th birthday. This has been a Fox News update.
The end.
You guys catch all that?
You visit a loved one's gravesite, perhaps to leave flowers, perhaps to pray. But what if the cemetery has buried your loved one in the wrong place? I-Team reporter Carl Monday uncovers grave errors in a special investigative report.
Happy birthday, Pope.
Just real quick, too. Like, gotcha journalism in the 90s was constantly, you would see this exact scene. Someone in a car, like, rolling up a window up and down, like, with this bullshit, and you'd see the reflection of someone trying to stick a microphone in, like, that don't happen much anymore.
Probably
Monday
not.
at 6 on Fox 8 News.
We want
Dr.
to show off the
Congo.
real teas in our Snapple tea drinks. Ideas, anyone?
Have a tea party.
Aren't they great? Feel the material. So soft.
Oh, they feel like my pants.
This is delicious tea. Now I have the insert in this shoe. You know.
I'm getting my carpet cleaned tomorrow.
This reminds me of like Kenny versus Spenny.
The old ladies?
Yeah.
A little bit. I hope I never get to that age where all I can talk about are the infirmities of my body and or the accoutrement apparatus I need to get around. Like, I go out of my way to not talk about several things. Politics, my physical infirmities, work, other things that are just a fucking bore or a nuisance. And if I ever, like, a weather is another one. Who gives a fuck? Like, unless you're a meteorologist, you don't need to talk about the weather, and or if you're looking to avoid a tornado.
Thanks for the idea. You and Snapple, making the best stuff on Earth even better.
I think they do now. Oh, the only episode CNJ Dev ever saw was the wrestling one with the Iron Sheik, Kenny versus Spenny.
Oh, yeah. The who's the better wrestler? That was brutal. And, like, kind of a... I don't know. The ones where Kenny doesn't necessarily... Like, the Yarp, I realize, like, Yarp is a fucking beloved character to a bunch of Kenny sycophants out there.
Really?
Yeah, like Yarp is like right up there with Goldar and Mauricio Del Taco and Kenny 3000 or whatever. Whatever. It's whatever. Moral of the story is, I mean, it was hilarious to see the Iron Sheik chase Spenny around trying to stick a beer bottle up his ass.
I think I prefer now that they have their little commentary that Kenny and Sebi have their commentary. I could sit through that a lot easier than like the reruns of the shows, only because I hate so many of them because of the things that Kenny does, and because Spenny is a fucking fool.
That's the thing. It's one of those things where there's more nuance than meets the eye. If you're not willing to look past it, and I've done this before too, because I'm sure I've turned my nose up at works of art that just required a little bit of a digger deep dive that I just couldn't give a fuck about. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to get into it here, but I believe that Kenny versus Spenny is one of those things.
It's talking about tying the knot. Marry me in her new movie, My Best Friend's Wedding, and she's bringing her co-stars Cameron Diaz and Dermot Mulroney. Next
tomorrow afternoon at 4 on Fox 8.
It was a day of severe weather in Ohio and surrounding states. The weather story is coming up at 10.
Fox
okay.
Hot damn. It's the night you've been waiting for.
Did you marry me, Cindy?
The shocking season finale of Melrose Place. If you think you know.
Hey, lady, you all right?
P.S. I don't know if you can see how well this is, but like, hold on, let me change this. A place to kill someone is like a la American Dad, where Roger's like, oh, get over there without the railing. And then you push. Like if someone's standing and there's a railing up to here, and they're like, their hands are like resting on it like this, like, like the whole. Like,
I'm gonna push you over.
Wait, you're just gonna shove their body up against the fence? You would have to like grab them by the ankles and just throw them like a yardstick. Like, what was this with the shoulders? Jesus. Nice shoulders, bro. Shoulder pads.
You're in for a big surprise.
A Buick runs into a bus station.
Was Melrose Place like a soap like a not a soap opera? Like a soap opera, or was it like
it wasn't a soap opera.
Just a drama.
It's like a teen drama. It's like the same as 90210. Whatever. It's like whatever. Whatever Vampire Diaries is, sans the vampires.
Okay, I just never saw it, so I.
It's just angsty bullshit.
Position charges throughout the ship.
Oh, man!
Speed 2?
Changing course.
She's turning us right into the island.
I am never leaving the house again.
No slowing down.
Willem Dafoe's the bad guy.
Because on June 13th, rush hour hits the water.
So stupid.
Speed 2, cruise control.
I just bought a condo here.
Rated PG-13. Rush hour hits the water June 13th.
Train scene?
Media, all eyes are looking at me.
We asked some of the NFL's hottest rookies to try Degree.
Body heat activated.
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection when you need it most.
As I work harder, Degree works harder.
Degree, for an extra degree of protection.
I love this.
Newman.
Anybody?
This is how Wayne Knight got all his money to become the Punisher's gun guy in Punisher Warzone. Starring Ray Stevenson.
My mother's quite thrifty.
Dial 1-800-COLLECT, the number you're calling, and say
Call
your name.
1-800-ATT.
Up to 44%, almost all by myself.
1-800-COLLECT.
Almost.
Learn it, use it, save up to 44%.
Compared to what?
Ты отдохнешь. Мы снова будем счастливы. Будем жить долго, долго, долго. Нам повезем жизнь.
Where did he pull that out that it's still like sweaty with condensation?
It's going so fast.
You brought one
funny.
beer to get through a long French romance movie? The fuck? Okay, full disclosure, I've not seen Speed.
They're the most dramatic specials ever produced, because everything you see is real. The World's Scariest Police Chases 2 and the World's Scariest Police Shootouts, Tuesday on Fox.
Listen, if you want to talk about Under Siege 2 on a train, we will. But I've never
It's
I didn't see
official.
Speed.
Your Ford dealer has 7 of the top 10 best-selling vehicles in Northeast Ohio.
What about
And
the
with
other
selection
three?
of savings
Fuck
like never
those
before,
guys.
We're out to stay number one.
Number
and that
one.
means big savings
The
to
Windstar?
you. Like low 3.9 financing for 60 months on a new Ford Taurus. Get 3.9 financing for 60 months on a new Ford Escort.
Yeah,
or get
baby.
3.9 financing for 60 months on a new 98 Ford
3.9.
Contour. But you better
Right, the Contour. The Mercury version was the Sable.
hurry. This incredible offer won't last. With great financing rates like these, is it any wonder your Ford dealer is winning Ohio over?
We're adding to the addition, is what we're doing. Do we really need a sunroof?
Well, I don't know if we need the sunroom, but I sure like the sunroom.
I think it's probably a nice idea.
It's just one extra room.
Would you call it a sunroof if it's in a house?
And that means 9 I want to lie
Wouldn't it be just a skylight?
Flowers, little bouquets. Not a lot. 400.
Sushi, ahi tuna.
For one-to-one loan solutions, call us. Bank 1-to-1.
What?
Do they exist still?
Fox May Events. The day they
Casey
thought would never
Ryback.
come
Casey
is here at
effing
last.
Ryback.
Always changes everything, right?
It'll never change all the great times we've had here.
Celebrate the biggest moment of their lives.
Graduation 40-year-olds.
It's been a hard 13 years, but you've all made it through high school. Congratulations, you 27-year-old motherfuckers.
Graduation. The unforgettable
2 hours.
season finale Wednesday.
Make way. You have 8 hours worth of teen drama coming on Friday night. Wednesday, sorry.
We were on vacation.
Oh, your sunglasses.
When we realized
my
we were
butt.
sitting on a
She was like not even turned around ready to sit before the bitch was like, oh, your sunglasses.
They broke like wool.
Was there no director to be like, can you wait at least till she's turned around?
oh my.
They get one shot.
Rubber sunglasses.
Oh my god.
Too bad none of the stores saw it that way. So we looked into getting our own store.
How much?
Maybe we need a catalog.
How long?
So, any more bright eyes?
Maybe we need to wait for the internet. You want it what?
Yes?
Actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, if only Wolin had these glasses.
Yeah.
They'd still be bouncing around that garage.
Our own website.
Hey guys, check it out. Does this website still exist?
Rubbereyes.com.
We were open for business.
Yo guys,
We're gonna look it up.
we're gonna do it live.
Oh snap!
Rubbereyes.com.
Something weird might come up.
The wrong keyboard.
Oh sweet Jesus! Did you just like shut the show down?
What? Guys!
Try www.
All right, maybe that's the problem. Hold on. www, because it is from the 90s. Rubber, RUBBEREYES.com.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
http://
Guys, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I don't think Rubber Eyes didn't go.
Well, they've got, well, Rubberized did
Well, the
it.
Wayback Machine isn't going to have a order form.
So our son has, like, they make glasses that are indestructible for kids, sunglasses. They're not rubber, I don't think.
These women.
These are just...
They were pioneers.
Plastic. Did you use the right mouse to start it up again?
Everywhere. And before we knew it, we were selling shades to everyone under the sun.
But then our website shut down sometime between 1997 and today. Probably when AT&T went.
Yeah.
Out.
Tamper with the laws of nature. Do so.
Go as fast as you can.
At their own risk.
I need you to send rescue immediately.
Get a watch from Burger King.
Coming back!
It's coming back was like, that was the one joke meme line. Like before memes were a thing, like it's coming back was shouted by so many douchebags in my high school, including me.
Lost World, rated PG-13, starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
Rocky Balboa is taking the beating of his life.
Who keeps ringing that bell? I can't concentrate.
It's over, Rock.
Nothing is over. Just give me something to drink.
There ain't nothing on ice gonna save you now.
Colt 45.
Except maybe this.
Except maybe this.
Balboa needs a miracle.
Yo, that's brisk, baby.
Yo.
Save some of that for the sequel.
I probably drank a country mile of brisk iced tea.
I made this.
Yeah, when the raspberry came out.
Oh my god.
You know, when I was coming up in life, right down the street, like within walking distance, was a Greenbacks all $1. And the amount of, like, the gallons of Lipton brisk iced tea I walked out of there with was untold, unnumbered.
Was a lot.
Anyway, got some questions for you. It's the last time it's going to happen, so buckle up.
How many points are we doing?
50. In 1999's The Matrix, Mr. Anderson swallowed a pill to begin his quest of becoming Neo. What color was it?
Mr. Anderson. Did you also get Cheetos and dark chocolate?
It was a blue or red. It was red. So, Tony, you got that one. He's not one of those black pill cucks. If those still exist. I don't know if that was just a buzzword from the internet. But yeah, he's in the red pill. Name the boy band that included brothers Nick and Drew Lachey. You guys know that? Nick and Drew Lachey were in this band? And P.S., like, 98 Degrees is correct, Ryan Maxwell. If NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys were respectively Coke and Pepsi, 98 Degrees was RC.
Yeah.
Don't believe me? Look it up. Too easy. Just what is too easy to do, Dave? What are these things? What are the three clues that pull this together? Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. What do you think that was, guys? What do you think it was? I don't know.
What was LFO? Shasta.
Oh yeah, LFO was like Shasta or like Dr. Thunder. Polemon. Polemon, gotta pull him all.
That was Ryan, right? Yeah.
That's not a real question.
Oh.
Hence my dismissive tone.
Look, the way you've been asking questions tonight, it had me confused because everybody answered, so they were also confused.
Yeah, they are fools. You are a fool. I am the only one in charge of the ship.
Ask the real question.
And thank God I'm here. Otherwise, you guys would be fucking handing points out to all. It's the total number of friends saying, "What's up?" in the original 1999 Budweiser commercial. It's the total number of friends saying, "What's up?" in the original 1999 Budweiser commercial. C&J Dev, you got it. It's 5.
C&J Dev wasn't the first person. Oh.
I see 448.
Sorry. Yes. Sorry.
It's 5. It is 5. And like, you know, I gotta know that.
Super Bowl ad.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. So speaking of Super Bowl ads, my favorite Super Bowl ad from like the time around that era, like the 90s, I think it was another Brisk commercial where like, I want to say it was with Babe Ruth or some other baseball player, and like, he lets go of the bat and it like smashes somebody in the head and they go like, details are lost to time. But when all the kids that I was in junior high with who were watching the Super Bowl at the time, when that commercial came on and like all those, whatever, the one or many characters got hit in the head with that bat, the room went silent and we all lost our shit. So it was funny. It's just, it's all gone. What children's game was introduced in 1993 and featured an elephant blowing butterflies out of his trunk while you try to catch them in a net. How you doing rounds there? They're good to do it fine. Yeah, sometimes they're just commercials, they're pretty soulless, but they'll find the right. So it's not Chess Jameson. It's an elephant.
I think I know what it's called.
And it's not Mr. Elephant. Yes, you got it. Ryan Maxwell. Elephant the elephant. It wasn't Mr. Bucket because his balls pop out of his mouth. Elephant had the butterflies.
Butterflies.
Mr. Bucket.
We should get that for Elliot.
Same maker, right? I feel like the same people make that and cooties and like don't spill the beans and don't break the ice if there's still a thing.
Yeah, I think we might actually have that game. Or Ants in the Pants. I think we have that too.
Huh. All right, here's some kooky, crazy hippie lore. If you're wearing a mood ring and it turned yellow, what does that mean? If you're wearing a mood ring and it turns yellow, what does that mean?
Oh, shit. I used to know what all the meant because I used to wear a mood ring all the time.
I'm going to give that one to Tony because the answer is nervous or unsettled. I would say anxious is that. Yeah.
That's what I would have said too.
Blue was calm. Green was something. Red was angry.
Yeah.
Maybe green was horny. Bladder control issues.
Anal leakage.
I have the mood of anal leakage. Man, Tony's really calling it a night every time he answers a question. He's the winner. On the show Blossom, this is Blossom's ditzy friend's best name. On the show Blossom, this is Blossom's ditzy friend's best friend's last name. Close, Ryan. It's close. Anal leakage is brown. Classic CJ Dev. 6, yes. Was it 8? The new, like when Married with Children pulled their like jump the shark moment and they got that new kid, like their cousin Oliver, I feel like his name was 8 or something. But yeah, 6 is it. That's all the questions I got. Krista, what is all the stuff?
Ryan Maxwell is the winner with 220 points. Woo! Tony came in second with 145.
Close.
C&J Dev with 100 and Jameson with 20.
Not bad. Most people getting into Trip Dig.
Yeah.
Except for Jameson.
Trip Dig.
Tony has lost it. He thinks he's won.
I win. You win second place.
Staple on the bottom there with Tony's little name hanging off.
Oh, yeah.
Was it season 7? Maybe. Was that Married with Children was 7? I thought it was 8. But yeah, maybe. I didn't give a fuck. Like when that kid showed up, I was like not watching. I put up with Jefferson was the second one. Who was the first husband of Marcy Darcy?
Was 7. C&J Dev looked it up.
Oh, they had 7 kids? What? On Married with Children? 7 kids? 10 cars?
Father's sons? Steve.
Oh. Whatever. Guys, that's it. Ryan Maxwell, you're the winner. Good for you. Watch this.
Oh.
There you go. That's your medal. Right, you're going to see Ryan Maxwell's name up there with a brand new sticker in a couple of days because in Friday, we've got some true crime probably coming up. I've got some quite a few interrogations to look at, and there's always new ones out there. And the one that's the thing. There's some out there that I want to show you guys that are slow burns because it's like an hour of lead up where basically nothing happens, where the rug is pulled out at the 11th hour and we all go, yeah. And then there's ones that are hilarious from soup to nuts. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode. And until then, smell you later.
Bye.
Or they try to.
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.